Imagine living with pain so strong that it interferes with your work, your relationships, and even your sleep, pain that others often dismiss as normal or just part of being a woman. What if I told you that this pain could be a signal from your body, a clue pointing to something much more serious than ordinary discomfort? Today, we're going to talk about endometriosis, a condition that is far more common than many realize, yet still misunderstood and underdiagnosed. And I promise you, by the end of this video, you will understand why it's essential to recognize the warning signs, how to take better care of yourself, and why this knowledge can truly change lives. So don't click away, this might be one of the most important health conversations you've ever heard. Endometriosis is a word that sounds complicated, but the reality of it is even more complex. Picture this: tissue that normally lines the inside of the uterus somehow grows outside of it, in places where it doesn't belong, like on the ovaries, fallopian tubes, or other parts of the pelvis. This tissue acts like it should, it thickens, breaks down, and bleeds every month, but because it's in the wrong place, it has no way to exit the body. Over time, this leads to pain, inflammation, and even scar tissue. Imagine your body trying to heal wounds over and over again, only to be hurt repeatedly every single month. That's what many people with endometriosis are living with, often in silence. Now, here's the shocking part. It can take years, sometimes even a decade, for someone to finally get a correct diagnosis. Why? Because the symptoms often get brushed off as just bad cramps or normal pain. But let me tell you something: pain that keeps you from getting out of bed, from concentrating at school, from excelling at your job, or even from enjoying life with your family and friends, this is not normal. This is your body asking for help. Some people with endometriosis feel pain so intense that they struggle to walk upright during their cycle. Others may experience pain outside of their period, during everyday moments when pain should not even be part of the equation. And still, too many suffer in silence, believing it's something they simply have to endure. This misconception has cost countless people years of unnecessary suffering, and that's exactly why spreading awareness is so important. But let's talk about the symptoms beyond pain, because endometriosis isn't just about discomfort during menstruation. Many experience fatigue so heavy that it feels like their body is constantly weighed down, no matter how much they rest. Digestive issues, bloating, nausea, or even discomfort during routine activities can also be connected. Some notice changes in their cycles that feel irregular or more intense than ever before. And the truth is, endometriosis doesn't look the same in everyone. The signs vary, and that's another reason why it's so tricky to identify. Now, why does this matter? Because untreated endometriosis can have long-term effects, not only physically, but emotionally as well. Living with unrelenting pain takes a toll on mental health, relationships, and overall quality of life. Some people find themselves avoiding social events, missing out on opportunities, or feeling like their body is working against them every single day. But here's the key point: it doesn't have to stay this way. The earlier you recognize the signals and seek help, the better the chances of managing the condition effectively. So, what do you do if this sounds familiar? First, listen to your body, really listen. If the pain feels extreme or out of proportion compared to what people around you describe, don't dismiss it. If your daily activities are being limited because of discomfort, or if you feel exhausted despite sleeping enough, it's worth paying attention. These signals are not your imagination, and they should never be minimized. Second, speak up. This can be difficult, especially when you've been told for years that what you're going through is normal. But your health deserves to be taken seriously. Whether it's during a medical appointment, with family, or even with friends, explaining what you're experiencing is the first step toward validation and care. And third, remember that while there isn't a universal cure for endometriosis yet, there are many ways to reduce its impact. Treatments range from pain management strategies to lifestyle adjustments, therapies, and in some cases, surgical interventions. Every person is different, which means the path to relief can also look different for each individual. But before we dive into the possible treatments and care strategies, we need to uncover something deeper. Why is it that endometriosis is so misunderstood? Why do so many people still suffer without answers? And most importantly, how can you, or someone you care about, learn to recognize the early signals before the condition takes an even bigger toll on your life? Stay with me, because in the next part of this video, we're going to break down the hidden signs that often go unnoticed, and the truth is, some of them may surprise you. This isn't just about learning medical terms or repeating symptoms you've already heard before. This is about opening your eyes to patterns that might finally explain experiences you've struggled with for years. And if you've ever felt dismissed, or if you've ever questioned whether what you're feeling is real, I want you to know, you're not alone, and your story matters. Now, before we move forward, I want to make something clear. This video isn't about fear, it's about empowerment. The more you know, the stronger your decisions will be when it comes to your health. That's why it's crucial to watch until the end, because every detail could be the one that makes you think, yes, this is what I've been experiencing, or now I know how to help someone I love. So take a deep breath, stay with me, and let's continue uncovering the truth about endometriosis, together. Think back to the last time you experienced discomfort that made you stop what you were doing. Maybe it was a headache, maybe it was stomach pain, or maybe something else. Now, imagine that this discomfort doesn't just come once in a while, but instead returns every single month, with intensity so high that it disrupts your entire life. This is the daily reality for countless people with endometriosis, and it's why understanding the hidden signs is so critical. You see, pain is often the loudest symptom, but endometriosis has many silent ways of showing itself. For example, digestive changes, bloating that doesn't go away, nausea during or after meals, or even bowel discomfort during your cycle. Many dismiss these issues as food sensitivities or simple indigestion, but in truth, they can be tied directly to misplaced tissue inside the body. If you've ever noticed that your stomach feels unreasonably swollen around the same time every month, almost as if you've gained weight overnight, that could be a sign your body is reacting to endometriosis. Another hidden sign is fatigue, the kind of exhaustion that doesn't improve with rest. It's not just being tired after a long day, it's waking up already drained, struggling to keep your eyes open during activities that used to feel easy, and feeling like your energy has been stolen from you. This isn't just about having low stamina. This is your body fighting an internal battle, one you can't see from the outside but feel every single moment inside. Some people also notice pain during routine daily activities, things that shouldn't hurt at all. It might be discomfort during physical intimacy, or even pain while exercising or moving around normally. Imagine being afraid of moments that should bring joy, simply because they trigger another wave of discomfort. This is one of the most damaging parts of endometriosis, not just the pain itself, but the way it begins to rewrite how people live their lives, creating fear around ordinary experiences. And then there's the emotional toll. When pain and fatigue build up over time, frustration and sadness are natural reactions. Imagine repeatedly explaining your condition, only to be told that it's all in your head, or that you're exaggerating. This lack of understanding leads many to suffer in silence, questioning themselves instead of demanding answers. But here's the truth, if you feel it, it's real. Your pain is valid. And the sooner you recognize that your experience matters, the sooner you can take steps to find real solutions. Now, here's a crucial fact: endometriosis doesn't always match the severity of its symptoms. Some people with widespread tissue growth may have only mild pain, while others with less tissue growth may experience unbearable discomfort. This imbalance is one of the biggest reasons why endometriosis is so hard to diagnose. Doctors can't just look at pain levels alone, they need to investigate deeper, sometimes with imaging tests or even surgical procedures to confirm the diagnosis. This makes awareness even more important. The earlier someone notices the unusual patterns, the earlier they can push for answers. Think of it this way: your body is speaking to you, but sometimes the language is subtle. Bloating, fatigue, emotional strain, and irregular cycles, when these pieces connect, they form a bigger picture that can't be ignored. So what should you do if you recognize yourself in these symptoms? First, keep a record. Journaling your experiences, when the pain comes, how strong it is, what other symptoms appear, can be incredibly valuable. Not only does this help you notice patterns, but it also provides concrete evidence when you talk to a healthcare professional. Too often, vague descriptions get brushed aside, but clear notes can change the way your concerns are received. Second, don't downplay what you're experiencing. Society often teaches people to minimize their pain, to be tough or to compare themselves with others. But your body is unique, and what you're feeling deserves attention. If pain is stopping you from living fully, it's not something to normalize, it's something to address. Third, understand that care doesn't always mean one single solution. For some, medication helps reduce the monthly flare-ups. For others, lifestyle changes like balanced nutrition, stress management, or gentle exercise can make a difference. And in more severe cases, medical procedures may provide relief. The important thing is to approach it with openness, knowing that your path may not look like anyone else's. This brings us to another often overlooked truth: endometriosis isn't just about the body, it's about the mind, too. Living with long-term pain affects how you see yourself, your confidence, and your relationships. Feeling misunderstood or judged only adds to the weight. That's why community and support systems are vital. Talking to others who know exactly what you're going through can lighten the emotional load, reminding you that you're never alone in this journey. So here's what I want you to take from this part: endometriosis is not defined by just one symptom. It's not just painful periods. It's a complex condition with signals that appear in different ways, and ignoring those signals only allows the condition to grow in silence. Paying attention, keeping track, and speaking out are powerful steps toward relief. But now, let's shift our focus. You may be wondering, what are the most effective ways to manage this condition long-term? How can you regain control of your body and stop letting pain dictate your choices? And most importantly, how can you live a life that feels free, joyful, and empowered, even with endometriosis? In the final chapter of this video, we're going to dive into practical strategies, care options, and empowering steps you can take starting today. Don't go anywhere, because what comes next could make the biggest difference in how you move forward from here. Now that we've uncovered the reality of endometriosis, what it is, how it feels, and why it's so often misunderstood, it's time to shift into what truly matters: the care, the strategies, and the ways to reclaim control over your health and your life. Because here's the truth: while endometriosis may not have a one-size-fits-all cure yet, there are countless ways to manage it, reduce its impact, and build a healthier future filled with strength, awareness, and hope. The first step is medical guidance. If you suspect endometriosis, reaching out to a qualified healthcare professional is non-negotiable. Remember, diagnosis is not always straightforward. It may require multiple visits, specialized imaging, or even minimally invasive procedures to confirm. But persistence is key. Too many people give up after one or two dismissals. Don't. If your body is telling you something is wrong, keep pushing until you find a professional who listens and investigates thoroughly. Once you have a diagnosis, or even while you're searching for one, treatment options open up. For some, medications that regulate hormones can reduce the painful cycles and calm inflammation. Others may benefit from pain management strategies, ranging from prescribed treatments to over-the-counter solutions. In certain cases, surgical intervention to remove excess tissue brings relief, though it's not always permanent, since endometriosis can recur. This is why ongoing management, not just one-time fixes, is so important. But medical approaches are only part of the picture. Lifestyle adjustments play a powerful role in how the body responds. Nutrition, for example, can support overall balance. While food alone won't cure endometriosis, choosing meals rich in whole foods, fresh vegetables, healthy fats, and lean proteins can help reduce inflammation and support energy levels. On the other hand, minimizing highly processed foods or excess sugars can make a noticeable difference for some people. Think of food as fuel, not just for your body, but for your fight against the fatigue and discomfort that come with this condition. Exercise is another area where balance is crucial. High-intensity workouts may sometimes worsen pain, but gentle, consistent movement can improve circulation, boost energy, and support mental health. Activities like walking, yoga, or swimming provide low-impact options that keep your body active without overwhelming it. Movement becomes more than just physical, it's also emotional release, reminding you that your body is capable of more than just carrying pain. Stress management is equally important. Living with chronic discomfort takes a toll on the mind, and stress often makes physical symptoms worse. Practices like meditation, deep breathing, or even journaling can create small but powerful moments of relief. It's not about eliminating stress entirely, it's about giving your body the chance to reset, even briefly, so you can face each day with a little more strength. Support systems also matter more than most people realize. Whether it's family, close friends, or support groups, sharing your experience lightens the emotional burden. When you connect with others who have endometriosis, you realize you're not alone, and this sense of community can be life-changing. It turns isolation into solidarity, frustration into encouragement, and silence into shared understanding. Now, here's something crucial to remember: progress often comes in small steps. There may not be an overnight fix, but every action you take, whether it's tracking your symptoms, adjusting your diet, or reaching out for professional help, builds toward a stronger tomorrow. The key is patience, persistence, and compassion for yourself. Endometriosis is not your fault. It's not a weakness. And it doesn't define who you are or what you're capable of achieving. So let's imagine this together. Imagine a life where pain no longer dictates your choices. Where fatigue doesn't steal away your energy for the things you love. Where you wake up each day feeling in control of your health, supported by knowledge, and empowered by the care you've chosen for yourself. This vision is possible. It may take time, it may take adjustment, but with the right tools and awareness, it's absolutely within reach. And here's why awareness is so important: the more conversations we have about endometriosis, the less hidden it becomes. The more we share, the faster myths and misconceptions are broken down. And the more people recognize the signs early, the sooner they can step onto the path of relief. This isn't just about one person, it's about creating a ripple effect of understanding, where nobody has to feel dismissed, doubted, or invisible again. So as we close this video, I want to leave you with this: if you've recognized yourself in any of these signs or symptoms, don't ignore them. Take the step to seek help, to speak up, to advocate for your own health. And if you don't personally experience this condition but know someone who does, your support, patience, and understanding could make all the difference in their journey. Endometriosis is real. It's challenging. But it's also something you can fight, manage, and live beyond. Your health is worth every effort, your story is worth being heard, and your future is worth protecting. Thank you for staying with me through this journey today. If this video opened your eyes, gave you strength, or helped you understand something new, make sure to share it. It might be exactly what someone else out there needs to hear. And don't forget to subscribe, because together, we're building a community where health knowledge empowers and uplifts. Take care of yourself, stay aware, and never stop listening to what your body is trying to tell you. Because sometimes, those signals are not just whispers, they're life-saving messages waiting to be heard.